Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion. Today we're going to investigate collective psychokinesis. Tell you the truth. Yes, I said the truth about Cattle Kate. She never rustled a single cattle. Ask if a German U-boat sank the celebrated Titanic, and critique the 1945 mystery Sherlock Holmes and the Woman in Green, starring Basil Rathbone and Hilary Brooke, and cover other intriguing subjects, time of course permitting. But first, collective psychokinesis in action. It's also known as telekinesis, or PK, the ability to move objects using strictly mental power. Now, back in 1972, 8 members of the Toronto Society for Psychical Research embarked on an intriguing experiment. They were going to create a supernatural being. So, they drew up a fictional biography of this man. They called him Philip Aylesford. He was born in 1630 in England. By age 15, he was a military hero, knighted at age 16, a confidant of King Charles I, a spy for Charles II, a friend of Oliver Cromwell, and a man who committed suicide at just age 30 because the woman he loved, a gypsy, was burned at the stake as a witch. A very picturesque biography for this non-existent human. Then they proceeded one night a week to sit in their center and meditate, concentrating on trying to bring to life this entity. I should point out that I mentioned to you in the past that it's said that lamas in Tibet are able to create what are called tulpas, that they create layer by layer mentally, and that these tulpas have been seen by 2 separate Western researchers, entities created by the mind that could actually move and interact with humans and have some sort of at least semi-transparent form. Well, that's what they were trying to do with this experiment, a thought experiment. And for weeks they tried in every night even trying to create this creature, but they were not having any success. So ultimately they decided to enter into the traditional seance where they sat around a table holding hands and focusing on the creation of Philip. Well, then they started to get results. They did not hear him and they did not see him, but they were communicating through raps that started to be heard on the table. 1 rap for yes, 2 raps for no. And he answered questions that they asked by rapping. However, he did not impart any new information to them other than what they had already introduced and included in the biography. So it was thought that this might have been the members themselves creating these taps. They also reported on repeated experiences where the table would levitate up or down, even sideways, and in a few cases that table would move towards an individual member, pressing him or her against the wall. So the conclusion was that they were actually creating collective PK, or telekinesis, that is tapping into the latent power of the mind to move an object. They did not reach their actual goal of creating a being named as Philip, and by 1977 they abandoned that experiment. Other psychical research groups have tried and failed, but many have reported at least these PK effects where they're moving objects through sheer mental ability. And we have to believe they're telling the truth because these are objective researchers. If they wanted to fabricate a story, they would have said they saw the materialization of Philip or that they heard him, but they didn't go that far. So we believe that there may be an element of truth, that humans may actually be able, through latent psychic powers, to move objects through the sheer force of their minds. And this could actually save our planet in the future. You may have heard recently that an asteroid named 2002 NT7 may strike our planet on Friday, February 1st, 2019, causing widespread devastation. Now, new calculations fortunately show it probably will not strike our planet, but obviously there may be other asteroids out there in deep space that have our name on it. And one approach might be to train thousands of people to use their latent PK abilities, their psychokinetic talents. And collectively, with thousands of them focusing on an asteroid in deep space, they could, for instance, imagine a lever arm gently nudging that asteroid, because we don't have to polarize it. We just have to move it slightly so it would not target Earth. Now, I know this is a controversial idea, but I think it should be considered along with other proposals such as laser beams for decimating such asteroids, because one of these days a particular asteroid may be heading for us. And PK, collective PK, could save our civilization. Yes.
Now, until next time, may the power of the cosmos and of PK be with you. Yes, yes, yes.